Doesn't have to be the backlink, but the brand mention.
Affiliate needs to be much more creative compared to big operator.
You need to be like the 1% of SEO. What? You think Burger King would link to McDonald's or KFC would link to McDonald's? It's like that just doesn't work.
Let's face it, I don't know, 90% of affiliate were hit.
Yeah, does it still work?
No.
So, welcome back to another podcast, and I am joined with two very special guests. We have got Alessandro from ODYS iGaming.
Thanks.
And we have got Nicola from Apex Media.
Correct.
There we go.
Pleasure to be here.
So, for any of you guys, or for any of the watchers that are listening, what do you do? We'll get on to you in just a second.
Yes, well, I'm the managing director of ODYS iGaming. ODYS iGaming is a agency, SEO agency focused on iGaming, 100% iGaming.
What about yourself?
I do pretty much the same, but just for the Apex Media, which is the full scope of the services, SEO agency for the iGaming operators and affiliates as well. But on top of that, we do the rest of the competitive niches, let's say.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to interview people that are in the iGaming space because I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of them keep to themselves. They kind of just lock themselves down in a dark room, and they're like, right, I'm going to rank for every casino-related keyword. But what do you think makes iGaming SEO different? Because I've been asked this so many times. Obviously, it's a very lucrative market to start off with, but what do you think it makes it different to other industries like law, for example, or local SEO?
You want to take the lead?
I
mean, I can mention, obviously it is competition as well. The high budgets, so it's not the thing that you can do on your own. And you can do it even with 1, 2, 3 guys, so you need the whole team behind who is going to work on different methods with different stuff. It is so competitive that nowadays, especially, I mean, the rankings are not stable. The rankings are changing basically on a daily.
Yeah.
Like
one thing that I've always said is it's like you need to be like the 1% of SEO. Like you need to have really good content. You need to make certain that you're using semantic SEO when it comes to writing your content. You need to be doing topical authority. When it comes to link building, you need to be making certain that you're not getting toxic links. But all of that being said, as well as you do get negative SEO, which we're going to touch on later in this podcast. But what do you think, Alessandro?
I mean, I think the tactics are different, right? Mm-hmm. It's a very competitive market. By its nature, is a niche that is very tricky. Let's talk about, for example, building links.
Yeah.
It's a very different scenario compared to, any other niche. Okay, there's a lot of negative connotation against gambling, so it's very hard to build high quality links for iGaming brands. So that was, I think is the main difference, and where iGaming SEO gets creative. Mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. So I think this is what makes different from others.
And if I can add, there is no space for white hat SEOs in the iGaming space. So basically, there are people saying, "Oh, you're building the toxic links or whatnot," but in some markets, those backlinks work even better than the white hat links.
There's
if there are white hat links.
Like you make a really good point there, because there's some links in the gaming space where a typical SEO would look at those links and be like, no chance, I'm not going to get those links at all. Mm-hmm. They look spammy. That's probably the main thing that I'm saying there. But you actually get that, and it will push you from, let's say, position 15 to position 1.
And then you check the rankings, that website is on number 1.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that.
Like, how?
What's so you mentioned about being creative when it comes to link building, and there's a lot of creative ways of getting links. Have you got any examples of that?
Well, I mean, something we did in the past, for example, was building standalone websites, mm-hmm. and then get high no gambling related get high DR links from either digital PR or outreach,
Mm-hmm.
and then redirect those standalone website to our betting related page. So we would build, for example, a standalone page about Champions League,
Mm-hmm.
pulling some data, creating a nice interactive piece, get links from independent, I don't want to mention names, but big publisher in the UK, and once, after a couple of months, redirect it to our relevant
Champions
betting
League
page.
football betting tips.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
a
yeah,
boost,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So this was something we did in the past. And
So that, do you know what? I won't mention any names, but that tactic still works today. I see a lot of people still doing it.
Well,
Definitely.
that's very good to know.
Yeah.
Definitely, it works. Yeah.
What about yourself?
Yeah.
Have you got any?
I mean, one of the creative ideas I had, like last year, I saw that basically the ChatGPT started ranking, and I was like, look, if you make the custom ChatGPT, you're getting the do follow link, which is 90 plus DR, right? And I made it, and then what happened? Actually, it started ranking as well for the lucrative casino keywords. And okay, the first I just wanted the backlink, but then it becomes the money page, which you always need to think broader, kind of, to find the loopholes, to think outside of the box, right? Because the usual, guest posting, that won't work.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a lot depends on the markets. Of course, in regulated markets, if you're a regulated operator, you can go and grab the normal backlinks from the newspapers, whatnot. But if you're operating with unregulated stuff and all of that, then you need to do a lot of the different things. I mean, for example, clocking of the content and hiding the backlinks. That's all normal in casino space, iGaming.
I think if you're in a regulated markets, I mean, guest posting is 90% of your link building strategy, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Is your bread and butter. But everyone does that. So at
It's-
some point,
it's
you need
almost
to come
like,
up with something different.
Like for example, if we were going to compare 3 different sites, right? Let's say I'm now getting into iGaming and you two are my competitors, right? You both might have 400 backlinks that I need to acquire. What am I going to do for the 400 to 500 links? How am I going to acquire those links that you guys don't have? Is it going to be PBNs? Is it going to be digital PR? That's the mindset you need to almost have when it comes to link building.
Exactly.
One thing that you guys both mentioned is regulated versus unregulated, right? Let's get into that. So what's the main difference for anybody that just doesn't know anything about iGaming? Let's first of all talk about that, and then we'll go into the nitty-gritty.
Unregulated markets, they are very unstable. The SERPs change continuously because you have Google to take care of, but you have the government who keeps blocking websites.
Right, okay.
iGaming operators on a very regular basis. So if you look, for example, at Southeast Asian markets, where the government blocks website almost every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, then your tactics needs to be different, right? So the strategy is still long term, but the tactics must be short term.
Right.
So in this case, there are other, the age domain, they come into play. You need to build links fast, make sure you get this boosting ranking, take some premium space in Google, and waiting for basically the government or Google to push you down and then come up with a new domain. So it's a very different approach.
You have to be more aggressive.
More aggressive.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Link velocity,
Because
aggressive,
Link
content,
velocity comes into play.
traffic.
Even anchor text manipulation. You need
Right.
to. You need
There
to
is
just,
no time to play safe.
You need to spam Google. You need to have this initial boost
Right, okay.
that takes you there. It's a totally different game from more traditional long-term SEO. It's just the nature of the SERPs in unregulated market that require a different action.
Some white hats are definitely listening to this thinking, oh my God, I can't believe they're talking about this.
I mean, if you think about in those markets, brands are having hard time to rank for their own terms, right? So there is this need for brand protection.
Right.
And these SEO tactics work in that direction. So they guarantee, or they try to guarantee to brands to protect their own traffic from phishing websites, mainly, or affiliates stealing their traffic, or even competitor trying to rank for their branded terms. So it's a must.
Yeah.
In those markets.
I remember a few years ago there was a guy that there was like a big casino brand, and I think they let their .de, like they didn't renew it, and an affiliate got hold of that, and he started ranking for all of the other geos with that .de, and he was just getting all of the affiliate traffic, and they were like, you can't do that, and then they ended up banning his accounts and stuff.
Yeah, but it's a normal thing if you check the branded keywords. And I think a lot of the brands still don't understand the value of having, let's say, the first 5 positions under your control. Because I don't know how many, let's say 60% of the searches now going to the position 1, right? Then let's say you have the Trustpilot page on the position 2, which is crucial again for the reputation, because players are going to check the ratings, how trustworthy you
Reddit
are.
as well, ranks.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. But then, for example, if there is someone hijacking your brand name and he's on the position 3, not only that he's going to steal your traffic, but he's as well going to ruin your reputation, because he can. I saw the different methods of monetization. Basically, this brand is closed. Pick one of those, right?
Yes.
And then the regular players will think like, okay, this casino is shut down, I'm going to play on this one. And bam, you're losing everything that you invested in TV ads,
Absolutely.
in influencers, in all the different channels of acquisition, branding basically.
Even like, so I know we're talking about iGaming, but even in local SEO, right, is super important, because if, say for example, if all 3 of us install solar panels, right, and if somebody searches up Alessandro solar panel reviews, or Nicola solar panel reviews, or Kadradash solar panel reviews, if you've got 2.5 star, you've got 5 star, and I've got 1 star, they're going to end up going with you, and that's like literally last minute as well. Like they've done all the research, they know what kind of solar panels they want, they know how many solar panels they need, and then they're like, oh, do you know what? He's got 5-star reviews. I'm gonna go with him.
Just those small ratings made that final decision.
That's the thing is, that's not even like hard to do SEO. Right, it's really simple. It's just a very time-consuming task. It's just online reputation management.
Yeah, but sometimes it's simple. Basically, if you aim with the exact match, partial match keyword domains, so you can basically sometimes rank on the new brands. You can rank in a matter of days.
Brand protection is became. In a regulated market is crucial, but even in regulated market is very important.
100%.
I know in regulated market budgets are shrinking. That market is very competitive. You need to pay a lot of tax to the government, and you need to do a lot of effort above the line communication, and then have your traffic stolen. Let's say stolen by affiliates or even by phishing website. It's an economic loss. So
what I saw, for example, some brands were pumping a lot during the Champions League matches, right? So they were spending probably the millions. Yeah, I was like, let's check the brand name, and I saw they've been on position 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, I mean, you're making someone else's pockets bigger.
But that shouldn't be the case. Come on, if you don't rank for your own brand, that's
something is
big
really
issue
something's
there. But
really
even
off.
if you rank first with your brand, and then you have an affiliate or even a fishy website with maybe a more optimized snippet, or
a really simple strategy that you could probably do is, let's say for example, if it's alessandrocasino.com, right, that's your main keyword or your main brand, you could just go and get Alessandro Casino -reviews.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Very easy. Exact match domains work. Like I know there's a lot
they
of
still
people
do. They
say.
still do. Yeah, they still do.
I would say non-English markets, they works very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
A bit less, but they still give you an edge.
So what about repurposing expired domains? Is this something that you guys do? Is it something that you don't believe in? I know that some people are 50-50 on it.
I believe Alessandro can tell more.
Yeah.
Expired domain, they still work. Due diligence is very important, right?
Yeah.
So repurposing, first of all, you need to look into the backlink profile, because the main objective is to inherit the link equity, the authority that the drop domain has, right? So to give you an head start, right? So due diligence is very important. At the same time, you need to keep the relevancy, right? So I'm a lawyer, and I want to build my law website. I try to get a drop domain, H domain that is about a similar topic, let's say, right? To make sure that so repurposing. Let's take the relevancy. Let's keep the website relevant. That's, I think, the best way.
Yeah.
Let's do due diligence, and probably those are the two main things when it comes to resurrecting a domain.
Yeah. Well, I had an interesting call with a consulting client recently, and they wanted to get into like a specific finance niche, and we loaded up the ODYS or Odys marketplace, and we were the thing is they'd already went through the market, and they were like, oh, we can't really find anything. I was like, oh, well, I'll take a look for you as well. I ended up finding them like a DR65 website. I think it was like DR60 plus, right? It also had a Wikipedia page as well. I'm like, oh, that's like
that's the one.
That's the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
You need to get that.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can find some absolute gold mines like that.
Yeah, absolutely. But in cases I saw completely irrelevant H domain, so repurpose to cover a topic completely different, and still do very well in Google. So
that's happening always.
You know,
I mean, you type the best online casino.
About H domain, I think that's a tricky thing, right? Maybe one can work very well and the other one not so well.
Yeah.
But in some unregulated markets, I think they are a key to success, right? Because you need this head start, right? And take the SERP even for a short period of time, and H domain gives you this edge over new domains.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm seeing in non-English markets mostly, for example, I type, let's say in Australian market, the best online casino, and there is the domain number 1 or 2. I don't know. It is like something like, let's say, Castra restaurant, and like, what is this, right? And then you check the backlink profile, and it's huge. There is New York Times, whatnot. So Google doesn't even care about the cause. The domain history is sometimes just it's the matter of the power that domain has.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to say something really... Actually, it's not even controversial, but so many SEOs, when they're purchasing links from Searcheroo and stuff like that, because I've seen chat logs between like our sales staff and like people that think they understand SEO or think they understand link building, and they're like, oh, well, I've got a restaurant and I need other restaurants to link to my restaurant. It's like, well, what? You think Burger King would link to McDonald's or KFC would link to McDonald's? It's like that just doesn't work. Like a good example of this is we had probably about 6 months ago, this guy sells he's got a store that sells luxury yachts, right? Like probably 300 million plus, right? That's the starting point. And he basically has maybe, I don't know, 6,000 different yachts listed on this website. And he says, I only want links that are high DR and high traffic, like maybe 60,000 hits a month to the actual website. And it's like, hold on a minute. Think of how many people in the world has enough money to buy a yacht. Yeah. Then think of how many people in the world have enough money to buy a super luxury yacht. And it's like maybe 0.5% of the entire population. How many people do you think are searching for all these luxury magazines and stuff like that? It's
and what's the chance they're gonna actually Google for the yacht of
300
million?
Exactly that.
The traffic is not huge, but again, that's high ticket.
Yeah, high ticket, and it's like, well, in that case, you could get links from like men's magazines.
Yes,
stuff like that still works. It doesn't like. A lot of people think I need to match up. Lifestyle magazines. It could be influencers.
Absolutely.
Like all of that stuff.
I mean, if you think about it, it's not quite easy to find expired casino domain, right? There is no way the guys are hunting them every day, every minute.
Even if they are expired, it's for a reason, right?
Exactly. There are bad with, I don't know, 1 million referring domains, whatnot. that someone tried like 7 years ago to pump up fast. But
Once,
no,
once
so
I'm sorry.
if I can add, so you need to focus something that is like I know, finance,
Mhm.
you know, fun, entertainment, something like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's quite connected. Then you can pick up, let's say, the expired domain related to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
It makes
absolutely.
sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about viral SEO?
Otherwise, SEO. A few years ago, that was a huge secret, right? But I think now more and more people kind of started acknowledge that the traffic is actually one of the most powerful ranking factors.
Mhm.
And we are using it basically every day on I don't know how many thousands of the pages. Why? Because let's say all these casinos have the big budgets. They can acquire all the backlinks. They can do all the content and everything. And then you have like 10 websites on the same level. So you need something that will move the needle, right? And for that purposes, we're using the traffic,
Mhm.
which kind of pushed Google to think, okay, look, this page is getting ton of the viral traffic. It means that they're doing something very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gives you that push, basically. So let's say if you're on the position 5 and you're struggling to join, you did everything what you can do, basically. You got all the links, you tested everything, but you cannot move, push higher.
Mhm.
And then you run the viral test, and after the few hours you're in a position 1, position 2, basically.
It's a nav boost in action, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for the people listening, obviously earlier, was it middle of last year?
Yeah.
The Google leak came out, and
yeah,
I actually done an article on this prior to the Google leak because I was watching the Google like law case, and they mentioned this thing called nav boost, right? So I was like, what is this nav boost? And basically, it's to do with how many visits a web page has. So, for example, if all three of us have a link from New York Times, let's say, right, and if my specific page has 6,000 hits every single day, my page that links to my website gives me more link equity, gives me more page rank as opposed to yours. It's almost like another way of Google to evaluate web pages and websites and kind of put like a spam filter on the websites that don't get any visits, that are just chasing after keywords.
So, exactly. Engagement metrics, right?
Exactly.
Dwell time, higher click-through rate, low bounce rate, all those influence ranking directly. I mean, Google always denied that, right? But then with the leaked document, we now know, right?
Yes,
And
the
the
traffic-
reality is that,
Yeah.
right? Makes Google thinks that a website, actually a website receive better engagement metrics,
yeah.
which triggers nav boost.
They've got
ranking.
long clicks, short
And-
clicks, everything
Exactly.
else.
And if you take a look at, let's say, traditional affiliate websites, for example, let's say in iGaming, so affiliate websites, they just have those affiliate tables, right? The visitors come, they pick up the brand they want to play, they got redirected to that brand. That's it from the action on affiliate website.
Yeah.
So that's a bad sign kind of for
Absolutely.
Google. But with the virality traffic and all of that,
No.
you're showing the Google, this page has some word. Let's push them up front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Like so many affiliate sites have obviously been hit, and we'll touch on this in just a minute, but do you think that affiliate SEO is dead?
I don't think so.
I think it's tough time for
Yeah.
affiliates.
Yep.
But big affiliates are still there, and some of them offer something unique. I think differentiation is the key
Yeah.
if you want to be successful as affiliate.
You have to be unique.
Unique.
And
So
the
I have
product really matters.
exactly. So you might have some, I don't know, AI prediction tool, or maybe you have your own community. So those things, I think they ultimately they send the right signals to Google. Because let's face it, I don't know, 90% of affiliate were hit in the past.
I mean,
updates.
why? Because they just posted their content for once. They had added the affiliate tables, they pump up the
Yeah,
links.
there's
That's
nothing
it.
new,
I'm
right?
going to enjoy the life.
There's
It
nothing
doesn't
new.
work anymore that way. Even now, if you take a look at the biggest affiliate websites, all of them have some sort of forums, communities,
Yes.
right? The big groups on
There's-
telegrams, from where they're driving the traffic. And then, for example, the good thing with those big sites, they have, let's say, the demo versions of the games.
Yeah.
And if you ask me, the biggest thing about those pages is to keep the people playing the demo on that page, right? That's kind of the positive signal for Google.
Yeah.
And during all these updates, helpful content, spam updates, you can see how the brands actually survived.
Exactly.
And speaking about the
The
iGaming
brand.
brands,
That's the right keyword.
so casinos and betting house, they survive because the people stays there on and have some engagement with the actual platform and the product. While on the other side, affiliate websites, basically, people join, people visit the page, people click, and people left
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, as obviously Google has been rewarding authority over relevancy. So you find now for affiliates term, big news publisher ranking, and even real money operator. So yeah, you need to become a brand. I mean, that's that what matters now.
The like one thing that you just mentioned is the actual brand, right? There's a couple keywords that I track in the UK for slots related stuff. And for example, if you were to search like best casino sites maybe 2 years ago, it would be all affiliates.
Yep.
Now you have a knowledge panel with like 12 different brands, and you're like, oh, I don't need to click on any affiliate links. I'll
Exactly.
click through to
Exactly.
Bwin, or I'll click
Okay,
through
on
to
one
whoever.
side, Google decide to keep more than themselves as.
I always
uh,
see it
Zero
as
click.
with affiliates, you need to provide something that Google can't. So like, for example, like even if we go back 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe a little bit more, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when they introduced the Google Flights, that was another
Oh
one.
yes.
If you guys
I
remember,
remember,
that.
Yeah.
And then prior to that as well, they had something else that they introduced. Was it the calculators? Yes, it was the calculators. It was like centimeters to meters.
Okay.
They done the exact same thing. There was so many websites where it was like XYZ calculators, like kilograms to pounds or meters to
Yes.
centimeters, and they've just completely replaced that with their own knowledge hub.
I mean, basically, you open the new tab, you do the calculation there. That's it. Google shows
Easy
its
answer,
own
right?
results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking at, like, I personally don't think affiliate sites are dead. The sites that are dead are cookie cutter sites where it's
Absolutely.
like a doorway page and
Absolutely.
it's like, oh, right, brilliant, I can go to alessandroslots.com, for example.
I mean, I stopped calling building links like link building. For me now, it's more like brand building
Yeah.
because the brand becomes very important.
Yeah.
I mean, there is ton of the affiliate websites built the same way. The people are still doing it the same way. They just all copy the biggest affiliates, thinking, they did it, we're gonna do it as well. But no, I think
And let's
branding
face it,
is very
And
important.
they know I'm biased, right? Affiliates promote the brand that gives them the highest commission, right? The better deal. So
it's-
there are a few things, that I think that needs to be changed, right?
I've always asked this to like people that run affiliate sites. I say to them, like, if you were in the market to go and buy a new TV, and if you search best 50-inch TVs, would you trust the results?
Probably not.
Would
no
you?
way, no way.
Probably not.
Well, there's an issue there then,
exactly,
right?
exactly. But that's not. Yeah, exactly. You did a correct example. It's not only gambling, right?
It's everything.
It's-
I don't
top
trust Google.
TV,
This is
top,
not the best product. This is best SEO behind that product.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
This is the best product that pays me the most money.
Yeah, I mean, we understand this obviously because we are
Yeah.
SEOs, but the regular people, sometimes I know I have a friends, they're checking the
Yeah.
restaurants, whatnot, and I can see the fake reviews, right? You just need to check someone bought the fake reviews, build the rating to 5.
Yeah, but that's why Google started to push up forums, right? Related content, you user generated related content like Reddit, because they believe it's kind of
But
unbiased.
even
right?
that now has been
But now obviously it's been
related,
abused, right?
I believe that the Reddit got all of that attention because of the traffic that is there, because
Yeah.
those everyone is, whoever is using Reddit, he's using it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
He's coming back. So the retention of the visitors is very important.
Yeah.
For example.
So what about building SEO or doing SEO for an actual operator? How does that differ from being an affiliate to doing SEO for? Because obviously, like, building a brand's massive. Like,
Yeah.
one thing that I've said, and I've mentioned this in a lot of videos, it's not like a secret. My name probably gets about 10 searches a day now because I've been doing the YouTube stuff. And I didn't even mean to do that, but naturally I've built a brand around my name. So do you think that plays a part in it?
For me, absolutely.
100% agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's quite different doing the SEO for the operator side and for affiliation a bit, because on operator side you need to work together with the other marketing departments, because obviously the brands are pumping the TV ads, influencers, PPC, whatnot, and all of that kind of helps the SEO as well, because there will be a lot of the organic backlinks just because of one TV ad during the Champions League, for example. So you need to align with the rest of the marketing teams, and you need to as well to educate them, if you're going to do something, do it in the proper SEO way that can help us as well. And then because the casino operation, this is one circle, right? One big chain of operations. So you need to think about the bonuses, about the markets regulations. Then, for example, working with licensed operators, everything has to be done through the legal teams, right? Every time we wrote the content and everything, we need to wait for like 3 months, so the legal team can check if everything is correct. And then it's different because it's not built on the WordPress. Those are the huge, let's say JavaScript platforms or whatnot. Especially nowadays, because you have so many new technologies involved there. And if the platform is not set properly, the Google won't be able to even pick up the content or anything there. That's the biggest issue we have with the operators when we onboard the new ones. The first thing we are looking is the technical SEO, because if the Google is not able to read the content, what's the point of doing the SEO?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
For me,
it is different.
I think if we look, for example, at off-page efforts, again, affiliate needs to be much more creative compared to big operator. Big operator have the in-house PR team. They have much more visibility, and they get
so much easier getting links for an actual brand. By the way,
absolutely.
Like very quickly. I've got the masterminders, right?
Yeah.
Actual SEO conference and mastermind in June, and I've just done outreach and I've got links, like free links as well.
Yeah.
Right. And people are just like, oh, you're running a conference. Yeah, I'll link to it.
Yeah, exactly. The same happens. The same apply to brand versus affiliate, which we're not a brand. No affiliate. Some affiliate are a brand. Okay, and they get naturally mentions from big publisher, big industry publication. So I think that's the main difference when it comes down to off-page activities. And then is where affiliate need to be slightly more aggressive, I believe, and come up with fancier solutions.
Yeah, definitely. And then there is a thing. You do the outreach to one website. Can we get the backlink without mentioning the industry? They're like, yes, $200, for example. Okay, we need it for this page. That's casino. Okay, that will cost you 1,000. I mean, come on.
Even digital PR campaigns much easier if you are a brand compared to an affiliate.
Yeah.
I think those let's say those top-notch link is what really it's very hard to get after if you're an affiliate. But you can get if you're a brand.
So building a brand, like, I'm probably the worst when it comes to doing the SEO for my own site. Like, I think the last article that I published to my own website's maybe 2 or 3 months ago, because I don't really care.
Yes, it's the same with everyone.
That's very funny because I'm doing daily videos talking about SEO, right?
Yeah.
What about for brands? Like, what about for like actual casinos, do you think that they should only focus on SEO, or should they potentially be doing PPC, YouTube, Facebook ads? I know that for example, Facebook ads in gambling, really difficult because your ad account gets shut down and stuff. But
Yeah, I mean,
You can't rely on Google anymore, right?
Yep.
Or not exclusively on Google. You
No
need
way.
you need to find
No way.
other ways. Now, iGaming is tougher because of regulation. Like for example, in Italy, you can't do much else. So you can't do PPC, right? PPC is not allowed. You can't do ads on social media. So you don't have option. But yeah, I think you need to diversify.
yeah,
Diversify
100%.
what about
I
know
mean,
you've
there are
said-
ways, but again, black hat ways, let's say. So, but again, nothing of that is easy for the long term because of all the, as Alessandro mentioned, regulations. So the Google will suspend your accounts, whatnot.
Yeah.
So yes, it's definitely important to rely on other traffic channels. I mean, people are looking at, for example, everyone is looking at Stake, you know, and Stake have the great SEO, right? Those charts are showing us millions of the SEO searches per month. But people kind of forgetting that they're paying, I don't know how many millions Drake, for example, right? And every time the Drake is doing the live, they're getting ton of the organic backlinks, which helps the SEO on another side.
They get a lot of branded, like brand plus
Yeah.
keywords.
Brand
so
mentions
I
like-
think that's very
Yeah.
important.
It doesn't
these
have
days,
to
right?
be the backlink, but the brand mention is
Yeah.
enough, kind of. Yeah.
The thing is, like, I probably should be focusing more so on casualdash.com, like the actual SEO, because whenever I do publish an article, it probably gets in like the top 10 slots. Like, it's very, very easy, and I've not got that many links, maybe, I don't know, 100 links, not crazy amounts.
Yeah.
But it's all to do with the branded search. So
I don't know. I think it's part of nav boost as well, right?
Yeah,
Branded
yeah,
search,
yeah.
branded search affect the perceived trust that Google has in a website, right? So yeah, it goes down to you need to build a brand nowadays if you want to have chances in Google. You need to
100%.
do that, right? And you do that by diversifying, by do something different. You want people to search for your brand. You want people to return, to consume your content, use your product, eventually come back. This will send the signals.
You're showing the Google that people are looking for you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, if I can ask the questions,
And it's
Yeah.
a challenge for affiliates.
if you guys have any experience with, let's say, manipulation of branded searches recently? That was the hot topic back in the days. That, as far as I know, Google kinda got into that.
I didn't push too far, so far. So
Yeah, I do. What do you want to know?
Yeah, does it still work?
So, if you do manipulated searches and that's just it, then no. But so the thing is, right, when you're doing like brand manipulation
Yeah.
or CTR manipulation,
CTR, yeah.
you need to give it a reason. So it's like, for example, if I went and built 500 websites 500 links to a website and it's not got any branded search, nothing like that, red flag.
Yeah.
But if you're
Absolutely.
doing like huge amounts of content, huge amounts of links, and you're manipulating your branded search, then yeah, it will. There's a recipe.
yeah,
to
of
it.
course.
It
Yeah,
needs
yeah,
to align
exactly.
with other factors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
makes
usually
sense.
SEO, right? It's not one thing that move the needle.
Exactly
But-
that.
Because for the last year or so, I'm listening, people are mad at, let's say, the CTR manipulation tools. Okay, some people are just
Yeah.
using the public tools, you cannot trust that. But
You need really good IPs, not
That's true.
blacklisted
Mhm.
IPs. You need like residential IPs, 3G, 4G proxies that whenever you turn them off, they give you a new IP. And not only that, as well, is like a lot of the tools, they don't actually have the correct header file, so
Okay.
Yeah.
that's being tracked as well. We could probably do like a separate podcast just on that.
We can, probably, yeah, probably.
Exploring.
But the people that say that they've manipulated branded search and it's not worked, or it doesn't work full stop, they've not done it correctly.
Okay.
They're probably missing a certain piece
Yeah.
of the
And
jigsaw.
okay, sometimes it's about expectations. For
Yeah.
example, I did it once, it didn't rank on position 1. I mean, come on.
And not only that as well, is it's very easy to overcook.
Yep.
So if you do it too much, it can completely tank your website.
Yeah, And yeah, that's what we saw. That's where we kind of stopped looking. We started telling people don't use it, because we have clients that are pushing that on the same time, and we are doing the SEO, and we like to know if they are doing something else on our site. Oh yes, we are doing the CTR manipulation. Where, with who, how, right? And then you stop using it, you just see the website going down.
Yeah.
Yep, crazy.
It's
risky.
Another tactic that does that, like it just completely tanks your website, is pop-up traffic. You can be very lucky, or you can be very unlucky, especially if you don't know the calculations and stuff.
Yeah, it depends from which websites this traffic is coming again.
Yeah, some people say like, oh, I've tested pop-up traffic on my casino site and my website's tanked. And then you look at the pop-up traffic that they're getting it from, and it might be like a porn site.
Of course.
And it's just all short clicks. So you're getting like, I don't know, 4,500 short clicks in a very, very short period of time. And it completely destroys
highly
your website.
unnatural, questionable source. And then,
I mean,
it's triggering
with such things.
The worst signal.
With such things, you don't play on the real brands and the money pages.
You can test it somewhere else, right?
Test it, you'll find it that way. We're always testing the things. For example, every week, running, we run the five same websites or 5 different domains. 2 ranks, why we don't know. 3 do not. We don't know why they didn't. Because everything is the same. Okay, the content is different, but sometimes it's as well the matter of the domain. I think as well the luck is involved as well. I know there is one pure website in Nordic markets. Everyone is trying to find out how these guys did it. Basically, some sort of the blocking. I don't know what they did, and everyone is trying to get into that. And I'm like, that must be luck, because if it wasn't, they would have everything else ranked the same way.
Yeah.
But they just got one good expired domain.
It's like that website that myself, Alessandro, and James, we were speaking last night, and if you ever speak to James about the best backlink that he ever got, I ask him, right, the next time you see him. He got a link from this website, and it was a PBN, right, DR32 website, and he got this link, and it went from position 16, his main keyword, to position 1 within 2 hours.
Just because of one link.
Just because of that one link. Yeah. And then he was like, I wonder why that is. So he then got the same link for 3 other pages, and that was the same, like position 12, position 1, position 9, position 1. And it was just that one website, no other websites.
Obviously, Google love that.
Yeah,
they trust that domain.
There'll be something there, whether it's, I don't know, the history of the domain or a certain article on that website. It'll be something.
But that website was ranking high, right? The website from which
I think it was very, very mediocre website.
Yeah, very mediocre website.
But for some reason, Google trusted.
Yeah.
For some reason, Google loved the website.
So there's also like different patents that not many people talk about. So like there's the wildcard patent, and every single SERP that you look at, or every single set of results you look at, there will be 1 or 2 websites where Google will throw in randomly to say, to just test out for the next Google algorithm update. So they might say like, okay, these 5 results are normal, but position number 2, we're going to throw in this random website just to test it out, just to see how people react to it. And if people really love that website, for the next Google algorithm update, they will specifically go and find more websites like that to populate the SERP. So if in that case, the 5 websites that they did love, you then become the outlier because you're not like that one wild card. So there's all of these different patents that Google tests out.
Yeah, I believe they're shifting the results just to get the data, to see what actually works. But in the end, they always manage to mess it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I truly believe
in the last few years, right?
I truly believe they lost the control over the algorithm.
They did, yeah.
There's a lot of people that say this. With the rise of parasite SEO, and that's mainly been like within the past couple years, maybe in the past like 18 months.
Yes.
Google kind of lost touch with what should be there because there were so many parasite pages. Like I remember maybe about 8 or 9 months ago, I was doing a consult call with someone that was trying to rank for how to sell feet pics, right? Her website used to rank number 1. Now she was positioned maybe 16, right? And the 15 slots, all 15 of them were parasite SEO pages. And it's like, well, for keywords like that, like, how can you say that those websites don't deserve to rank, or what websites deserve to rank? Because if you're just correlating all of the data, of course you're going to get it wrong.
I mean, they started manually penalizing the websites,
but
they penalized the one, and tomorrow there is the new one.
Or a different subfolder.
I mean,
Yes, or they just replace the two parasites.
I think for some very competitive keywords in the iGaming market, it's quite normal to see in page 1, 2 to 3 parasites. SEO websites.
Yeah, actually, I was checking the last week some keywords in the UK. So out of 10 top results, 8 were built on the expired domains, and the 2 have been on the parasite.
8 of them were built on expired
Yes.
domains.
Yeah, we work in.
Right. I
work
think we were looking together, right?
we did. We also we work with a client in one of the Southeast Asian market, and the first result for a very competitive term, I think, is online lottery, is a result from Google Webmaster Forum.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
You've seen that?
I've not seen that specific.
Oh
but
my
I've
god!
seen
Even
that.
there they arrived, right?
And
And then I think the number 5 is a Brazilian website, which suddenly had this page in a completely different language. I mean, it's incredible how broken is Google at the moment.
No, and I used to work a lot on the YouTube before in the past. I was kind of YouTube SEO expert. And then lately you can see a lot of the YouTube videos. People are forgetting that the YouTube is actually the Google product, right? So I think that Google will shift even more to the YouTube, for example, because they push the audience to the YouTube, they monetize them there. They don't care about it. Then recently
they get more AdSense, ad revenue.
But YouTube
exactly.
is still about creators, right?
Yes,
Google is no longer about
but
creators.
looking from the SEO perspective, YouTube is 99 DR. You can pump up toxic backlinks. You're gonna rank in 15 minutes, basically, for very competitive keywords. Okay, the thing is that it is not stable, but still, it just shows how YouTube is parasite, right?
Yeah.
One hand.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they want to shut down the parasite, they will need to shut down YouTube as well. And that won't be the case.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So that's been the iGaming SEO podcast. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, and I'll have links to both of you guys down in the description as well.